Good morning, everyone.
Good morning. Here I am. How are you? Hi, Chelsea. How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
Good. Well, I've been up and getting ready for another beautiful snow day here in Calgary. Plus, also just want to remind you that our Flamies are playing tonight, and the Islanders are in town. So we'll be watching that later. Anyways, welcome everyone, and welcome all you Flames fans or Islander fans or whoever's out there. Anyways, welcome to Twisted Tuesday. So this week, Chelsea and I are going to do a series of things for Twisted Tuesday, Wacky Wednesday, and Tomfoolery Thursday. But while we wait to do that, I've got a little shout out to everybody. So here we go. Are you ready? I'd like to say hi to Nancy C., Ruth C., Loanne F., Chris L., Lana T., Ann L., Glenda I., Tina B., Teresa W., and Sandy A. And I see Glenda and Ruth are already online. So welcome everyone to Twisted Tuesday. So today, Chelsea and I are going to attempt a pattern that's kind of fun. It's called Snowbelle Wall Hanging Quilt Kit.
It's really cute.
I don't know if anybody can see that, but I'm going to take it over here to my close-up, and maybe I can show close-up. Okay, close-up.
You might have to rearrange your close-up first.
Okay, close-up is looking sick. Okay, hang on. Oh, my poor close-up. Okay. There we go. How's that looking, Chelsea? A little better on the close-up?
Better.
Okay, so this is it. Okay, it's the Snowbelle Wall Hanging Quilt Kit. And you can see it's a cute little snowman. So we are going to be making this wall hanging this week. So today we're going to start making our background for it. Plus, starting to get our appliques cut out. Okay, so that is wonderful. That's what we're headed to do today. But before we do that, I have to tell a joke.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right, okay. So, Chelsea, where does a snowman keep his money?
I don't know, Sandy.
In a snowbank. And right now we have a few of those out there, so don't be surprised if you can see the snowman putting good things in the snowbank. All right, excellent. All right, so snowbank it is. All right, so things we're going to need, of course, for our pattern today. We are going to have some fabrics. And in this kit, did I get the top up yet? In this kit, sorry.
Let me just move that computer for us.
I just can't see the computer screen to decide whether oh, there it is over here. Okay, so this is Snowbelle Wall Hanging Quilt Kit, and it comes with all of the things you need. It contains the pattern, the fabric for the quilt top, and the binding. So all you need then is your backing and your batting, and away we go. So it's going to be really cute. So Miss Dawn was kind enough to take all those little pieces and cut them all out small enough for us to do. So are we ready? You're going to read all your instructions very carefully. First, before you do anything. Then you're going to read all your cutting directions again and start cutting. Remember that we are quilting, so we're using the 1/4 inch seam. So I have a 1/4 inch piecing foot on my machine, or patchwork foot, whatever you'd like to call it. And I'm using the Brother NQ 1300 right now because I like its big table, and it has scissors, and it's got a presser foot button for going up and down. It's all good. All right. So the first thing we did was we figured out which of these pieces would be our background square.
And it had a sticker on it.
Oh, yeah. Dawn was making sure that we knew what we were doing so that we could show you.
In the kit, there's actually a lovely legend.
Oh, beautiful. So she just didn't do this for us. She did it for everybody. So you find the one that is your background square, and they give you cutting instructions for it. So our dear Chelsea has gone ahead and cut us our square. This is our first background square. Then it asks us to sew on the borders. Now in the kit it tells you to sew on this border and then start doing all of your applique, but we thought, you know what, let's do all the borders so that we can border the whole thing, press it nice, and then we can start getting our appliques, because the applique pieces actually extend up over the first square into the first border. So we want to put some borders on. So there is a little, as she said, legend. So we're going to cut our very first border, and it is the dark blue stars. I think this is going to look really pretty. So this is to really frame the outside of our block.
So I'm just going to cut the first two pieces. Sandy will sew them, we'll iron it, and then I'll measure it. And then we'll cut the next two pieces. I was going to pre-cut them, and then I was like, there's too much room for Chelsea math error.
Okay, so we're going to do it the good way. We're going to measure the first one and put it on. And hopefully our first border is the same length or width, because it's a square, of our square. So that's beautiful.
It is.
So, and she's got them folded over, so we have two on one go, and then we're going to sew that border on. Oh, Chelsea, it was such an interesting day yesterday with the slip sliding around here in Calgary and all of the lovely traffic errors and stuff. I believe today it was much more controlled chaos. I did not see any buses turn sideways in the ditch. I did not see any pickup trucks or cars in the ditch or schmooked into anything. So I think today is a better day for us. They were schmooked, all right. A few of them didn't look so good, and we just hope that there weren't too many serious accidents. But the snowfall always brings out one or two, or I think something like 300 accidents yesterday. So yeah, we have to be careful. We're back to winter driving.
You sure are.
Yes. Okay, so I've got ourselves all set up and ready to go to sew on our first piece. And for the border pieces, I'm going to use a leader and an ender, which I threw my ender somewhere but can't find it. So you know what? We're just going to make two of this.
It's right here.
She's good. Thank you. All right, so we're just about ready. Chelsea's doing her magic pinning, which is awesome. Remember, she pins the ends so that they're parallel, and then she pins the sides to hold them straight, and that way it doesn't shift or twist or turn while we are doing our sewing. And of course, I will do my very best not to run over any of those pins, because we really don't want to have to go visit the techs in the tech bay and explain to them what I did to the sewing machine.
It's never a fun day.
It's never a fun day. They'll look at you like, you're supposed to know what you're doing.
And you're like, I had one of those days.
It's
all right.
one of those things.
So our top and bottom border is done, and I'm just going to send that over to Sandy.
Okay, and we're going to do a little seaming. Okay, here we go. And I have my quarter inch piecing foot on, and we are marching down that side. It's all wonderful, making sure we get the pins out as we go. That is marvelous. All right, it's looking good, looking good. And we'll just sew on to the next one. Perfect. Lift my little footy so I can swing that around. I've got my little scissor. Trim that. Okay, so there it is. That's our first seam. Beautiful. Okay. Circle cut down. Let's go the other way and get the next one. All right, here we go. All right, a busy day today. We've got lots happening. There is sew behind or social sewing. I always want to call it sew behind. I'm sorry, that's an old and ancient term. We've got social sewing today. If anybody's interested in popping in and visiting with us, and boy, that was crooked. So that's today. So that's wonderful. Tomorrow, if anybody's interested, we are doing Quilts from the Heart tomorrow, and they would love to have people come visit them. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do.
You want scissors?
Yeah. It's so much fun to have all of these things at your fingertips, and then you forget which one you want. A little old-fashioned with my machine. I don't have a presser foot up and down button, and I don't have scissors. So, take the last of those pins out before she stabs herself, and we'll press it a little bit. All right.
And so I was reading the instructions, and they recommend pushing these seams, pressing them towards the center.
Oh, okay, toward the center. I gotcha. All right, that's wonderful.
Anne's asking, how are the streets and roads in Calgary this morning?
Oh, Anne, they're much better, thank you. Yeah, they've got the plows out, and they've managed to haul away all of the poor cars that were in the ditch. There was nobody in the ditch or blocking roads as we came, so I'm glad to say that we're good for right now. However, I hear there's more snow expected Thursday. Snow. Did I say snow?
Excuse me, snow?
I'm sorry.
Why
I'm
are
really
you
sorry.
saying snow?
I'm sorry, Chelsea. I'm so sorry.
Sandy.
Anyways, so a little bit more on Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Mine's just supposed to clear up for Sunday. So we have a little bit of winter driving yet to do, but everybody seems to have gotten over the first initial panic. So this is good.
That's
this
comforting.
Is very good. It's very comforting. So as Chelsea's doing that, I think I should tell you another snow joke. Okay,
Perfect.
So Chelsea, what do snowmen eat for breakfast?
Snowflakes?
Oh, snowflakes is good, but I would think frosted flakes would be even
Oh, that's good.
They're great. Sorry. All right, so we do have social sewing today, and we also have it all next week as well, so that's really cool. Wednesday, we have Quilts from the Heart coming in if you want to come and see them and have some fun with the ladies who do the volunteering and stuff. They're a great bunch. Okay, so what are you seeing there with your big ruler?
I'm seeing it's at about 10 and 5/8-ish.
Okay.
It's between 10 and a half and 10 and 5/8.
Okay.
So I think we're going to make it in the middle of that.
Okay, sounds marvelous.
And then we'll ease it in.
We'll ease.
So
We'll go ease on down the road.
So 10 and 5/8 and right in the middle.
And do some easing. I like that easing thing. Chelsea's very good at easing. I have to admit, she's lovely.
It's very relaxing.
Yeah.
All right, we're nicely set up. Jump.
All right. Cool. This is really sweet. All right, so Chelsea's now applying our second sides of our borders, and again pinning it on the edge to make sure that they are straight across the top, and then she does her magic. She pins the edge at the end to make them parallel, make sure that they're all lined up nicely, and then we're going to do our adjusting, as we call it. So see where the center is. Oh, it's
flat,
looking
Sandy.
pretty flat. That's looking beautiful.
That was a pretty accurate cut, somewhere in the middle of 10 and a half and 10 and 5/8.
That is marvelous. That is marvelous. So that's good. So Chelsea's got that one. We're going to prep the other side and we'll get that first set of borders on. So cool. So there's actually quite a few borders on this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of borders. So it goes like framing a little picture. Oh, we cut our sticker, did we? That's cool.
I was like, why does this feel thick?
Why is it big? Okay, big sticker on the end of that. That's right. Oh, that is so cool. All right. So what else is happening this week? Okay, so Wednesday is Quilts from the Heart, and on Friday we have the wonderful Rob and April coming for the trunk show. Anything but basics. But it's about basics. Isn't that cool?
Rob's really excited. I was emailing him yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm very excited too.
Yeah, I think they're always a welcome presentation at the store at my sewing room, and so that's really cool.
Yeah, and we actually just had the Lightweight Legends talk from Wonderful on Friday.
Yes.
I learned so much, and one of the troubles I was having, I used some tips from that, and I picked up some Invisifil.
And away we went.
And my problem was solved.
Oh my goodness. So sometimes it really is TNT?
Well, my problem was I was stitching on pockets for my advent calendar.
Oh, okay.
And I was struggling to find a thread I liked the look of on top.
Oh, okay.
Because there was pockets with mostly white, pockets with bright blue, pockets with light blue and pockets with gray.
So you could have ended up having to change threads a million times.
Yes, I kept trying with Isacord because I was like, I don't want to change thread a million times. So I kept trying with Isacord and kept laying out Isacord. I laid some out, and I just wasn't finding myself feeling very satisfied with the look for all of them. You know, it was a very tricky thing I was asking of thread. So I picked up some Invisifil in a light kind of creamy white.
Okay.
And I am very happy with the result.
Fabulous. So I have heard that the Invisifil doesn't really show you a lot of color. It just kind of shows you the stitch.
Yeah. So unlike I have some kind of brilliant blue. I'm used to doing the Advent Quilt pattern from that new Canada line.
Oh, right. Okay, that really cute one with the beavers.
Yes.
Yeah, I love that one.
Yes, it's very cute. And I have beavers with mustaches. Who would imagine that, right?
Yeah.
It's so cute.
So cute.
So it's the bright blue on there, and it's not super noticeable, the Invisifil. If you stare at it, you can see it. But overall, it's not overpowering to the patterns of the actual.
You can see the stitching, but not take away from what you're working on.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, I've got the next sets of borders on here, the sides. So I'm going to turn it over to you, Miss Chelsea. There you go.
Alrighty.
And so that is our method of putting on these borders. And of course, you do border after border after border.
Yeah.
It's so cute little wall
And the
hanging.
reason why we're measuring our borders versus doing the traditional stitch and whack or pre-measuring is because, number one, I've done the pre-measuring and did the math, and I've definitely messed it up before. So that's why we're not pre-measuring.
No, we're just going to measure as we go.
And we're not doing a stitch and whack because what can happen with that is you can stretch your fabric, and then as you put on border after border after border, they get longer and longer, and then they wobble, and then it's hard to quilt.
Yeah, I see. Okay, there is a definite method to our madness here at my sewing room. Chelsea and I are just whipping through our borders. So I'm not sure, are we doing all our borders today, or are we just going to show how you do the first set of borders, and then when you guys aren't looking, magic camera is going to happen, and we'll put the rest of them on?
Magic camera, Sandy.
I think magic camera is good, because we want to tell you what the second part of what you need to do is.
What's the second part?
Oh, I think we need them to cut out all their applique pieces.
I thought we were talking about that tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we're going to talk about it tomorrow?
I think so.
Oh, okay, we're talking about that tomorrow. Okay, right now, just get your block done and put all your borders on. I'm with it. I'm with it. All right. So if that's the case, can I tell another joke while we're doing this? Okay. All right. What do you call a snowman on rollerblades?
I don't know, Sandy.
A snowmobile.
Oh, gosh.
I know, I'm terrible for those. All right, so we're just going to putz along here, and what should we do next? Measure to make sure our next thing is okay. So we're putting it on. We're going to show how we do the next set of borders.
So I'm going to keep following my pattern because I had this was my first border here, so that's the one I want to measure. Okay. I want to always stay with that so that it looks.
Oh, it keeps it square.
Very nice.
Oh.
And then I don't have extra seam allowances piling up. So I'm just going to put this somewhere I can measure where my body's not in the way.
That's a great idea, because if you did it the other way, we would have, an abundance of seams.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this one is kind of in the neighborhood of 10 and a half and 10 and 5/8. So that is what we'll make the next one.
That's beautiful. So we'll do again. We'll take the next border, which is now a little light blue one with little stars on it. That's going to look so cute.
It's pretty cute.
Very cute. So we're going to cut 2 at a time because we've got them folded nicely, and then we can cut the first 2. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, so
you know when you're just trying to cut and you're like, my body's in the way.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, now where am I at? Okay, it's all good. Chelsea's got this under control.
Do I?
I do believe. I believe in you.
Thanks, Sandy.
Yep. All right.
I need that sometimes.
You know what? Everybody needs a little, I believe in you. You can do this. And then you get that, you've survived. You're great, right? You did it. All right. So anyways, Chelsea's going to measure the next set of borders. I'll continue to keep chatting to you about what's happening this week. So we had Wednesday was quilts, and Tuesday was social sewing, if you could come in, but it's, weather-wise. Wednesday is the charity group, Quilts from the Heart. Thursday is just a regular day, so if you want to come shopping, we're
just
here.
Just a regular
day. And Friday, of course, is Anything But Basics Trunk Show. And I'm not sure if we'll have a Facebook or if it'll just be a little, here we are at Anything But Basics. So yeah, stay tuned. Most of you guys will be here visiting us anyway, so that's wonderful. All right, and then I just wanted to say that we have some really good Black Friday machine sales starting. Bernina's is already underway, and Brothers will start on Friday the 22nd. So there are some good Bernina and Brother Black Friday sales coming up already. So if you're interested in getting yourself a machine, that might be the good time to have a look. For Brother, it starts the 22nd and goes to December 1st. For Bernina, their Black Friday sales started already on the 15th and they run until the November 30th. So that's going on at the store as well. So we're looking forward to some people coming in and finding that perfect Christmas present for themselves, for someone else, from someone special. I think that would be fun. All right, so we've got our first of the next borders on. Chelsea's doing the second one.
I was hoping if I just, threw that, the magic of TV
would happen. Unfortunately, we really do have to work at it some days, don't we? All right.
There's no magic.
There's absolutely no magic at all. All right. Well, there is. It's called Chelsea Magic.
Oh, thanks.
And you just have to watch because she's magic. All right. Oops. Yeah. Careful. Don't. Yeah. That's the one thing about sweaters and
sweaters
jerseys.
and quilting.
We're getting a little hung up on the pins. All right. So then I want to look forward to what's happening next week at the store. How's that going, Chelsea?
Almost done.
All right. Perfect. So we have one more class next week starting on Monday the 25th. It's the long arm renter certification. It goes from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and it's with Doris. So if you're interested in coming in and doing some long arm, learning how to long arm, we are here for you next Monday.
We sure are.
Here we go. Zooming off, doing another border. Just making sure we don't run over any pins. Using that nice edge on the 1/4 inch. Just zipping right along. And that long arm certification is only $150 plus tax. Once you've had that course, you can come in and rent our machines and do your own long arming, free motion or panto. I think it's kind of fun. And that's only $30 an hour to do that yourself. And people really enjoy it. So
it is quite fun.
It is quite fun. And Doris and Kyle, either one of them will be here during that time whenever you rent the machine. So they are here. So if you don't want to learn how to do it yourself, of course, there still is Mr. Kyle and Miss Doris in the long arm department that are working on people's Christmas quilts. So if you have something that you would like to get done, it is, I get that pin out of the way.
You don't want to jam that in there.
Don't jam that in there. You can still bring it in and get it done. So there's still time before Christmas to get that Christmas quilt, the quilt quilted before Christmas. So then all you gotta do is do the binding and you're ready to roll. So there's still time. So bring it on into the long arm and we can get that finished for you. And if you're really running out of time, we do binding as well. So it's an extra charge, but we can do it for you. All right, how we doing, girl?
We're doing great.
Okay, press your foot up. Okay, so we got another set of borders on, or half on. All right, should we do one more set and then we'll call our quits for today?
Sure.
And, okay, because I've got a couple more things to talk about.
Okay, I'll iron while you chat.
Okay, so Chelsea's ironing. So that's what's happening on Monday, November 25th. And then we have all next week, which is so much fun because, you know, you could come and set up for the whole week if you wanted to. You could come on Monday and sew right through till Saturday and get all those Christmas projects done if you like. We have social sewing. Goes from November 25th to the 30th each day from 10:30 to 4, and it's $10 plus tax, and you get a coupon back so that you can spend that $10 again. So that's kind of fun. So that's what we're looking forward to this snow week and next snow week as well. So that's lovely. All right, I think I have one more joke for you. Are you ready?
Just one, Sandy?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
All right, this is our last one for today. It is, what does Olaf like to sing? So that's assuming that everybody's watched Frozen.
Let it sow, let it sow.
Oh, that's cute. Yeah, especially for social sewing. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Yay! So enough jokes for today. And I think we're almost coming to the end of our show for today. So you take your block and continue to put on all of your borders until you've got all 4 borders on. Dark blue, light, small dark blue, and then the large snowflake one. It's going to be so cute, Chelsea.
Look at how
it's beautiful.
This one's going to be a fun one.
Oh, that one's going to be a little testy.
3/4 of an inch.
It'll be a little
So what
testy.
they did say in the pattern is for the first 3 borders, so 1, 2, and 3,
Yeah.
you'll press the seams towards the center.
Okay.
And then for the 4th one, that's this beautiful snowflake one, you are going to press that one towards
Outward.
that one.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
Might have gotten a little wiggle in this one.
Okay.
We can fix it.
Can you fix that?
I'm just gonna
Press it out and give it a little
massage.
it. Chelsea has ways and means. I'm saying
I like
she's
to
ways and
fabric
means.
massage. Let's measure what this one's gonna be.
Okay.
Oh, look, that's a nice middle one again.
You'll love it when I kind of like screw it all up.
All right, so it's about, well, no, actually it's about 11 5/8.
Oh,
So we're gonna cut it at 11 5/8.
5/8.
Let me
Perfect.
just flatten out my itty bitty thing.
Mm-hmm.
And these ones, when I'm trimming them, I like to line them up with the line on my mat.
Oh, that's
Because-
a good idea. Keep them straight.
Yeah, I find it's pretty easy to get these ones a little crooked.
And then when you cut it, it'll have an uneven end. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
so
want
that's
that.
perfect. Okay.
So we'll go
All
like that.
Sounds good.
11 5/8.
Such precision. Should have been a surgeon. Our stainless steel blades. Please be careful with your stainless steel blades. That's right.
Sure.
All right. So who else talking to us out there?
We have Sandy and
Hi,
Anne
Sandy.
and
Hi, Anne.
Joanne,
And Joanne.
And-
Hi.
Glenda and Ruth.
Oh, hello everybody. Glenda, Ruth. Oh, so good to see you guys. All right.
Okay, for this one, Sandy, when I pin it,
Yep.
I'm gonna pin through your seam allowances to smush them the one way
So I don't.
because they're pretty skinny on like these pieces of fabric are
Okay.
pretty skinny.
So we need to make
Might
sure
be a
they
little
don't.
tricky.
Okay. I will do my best then.
So we're just pinning them behind. Oh, what did I do on this ironing over here? I can just fix this. That might have been why it was wiggly.
Oh, okay. We were trying to put we were putting the Tuesday twist on it, right? The Twisted Tuesday.
There, yeah, it's better.
Beautiful.
We'll just smush it in.
All right. Excellent.
All right. And then to keep that going the right way, of course, we're just gonna stick a pin
there. Yeah.
through the seam allowance.
Good idea.
And it just, did you run over that pin, Sandy?
I'm not going to, I'm going to plead the fifth.
Oh, you can plead the fifth.
I may have on occasion had that happen. That, or sometimes I try and pin things that are way too thick for me.
Oh, I've done that.
And they will bend. So, yes, I try to be good, but that doesn't mean I am.
It happens to us all, Sandy.
That's looking really good, Chelsea.
They're fun borders to pin these little
They
skinny
are.
ones.
They're kind of skinny. That's really cool.
I'm giving you an extra pin.
Okay, perfect. Extra pins. Always lots of pins. Extra measuring. Yeah, you know, I never thought of that, Chelsea, but you that's brilliant not to cut everything before you do it. Wait till you need it, then cut it. Because in case it's not right,
well,
you don't waste your fabric, right?
I'm not gonna lie, Sandy. I learned to do this because I learned the hard way. So I had a quilt that originally the quilt was made with only one set of borders. And I was like, oh, I would love for this to have 2 more sets of borders.
Okay.
So I said, okay, so it's this size. This is the quilt. It's like 40 by 40.
Yep.
So I decided I would pre-cut all my borders. So I measured it out. I measured carefully. I measured my first set. It came out lovely. I also did my second set.
Okay.
And now what I forgot was I was putting on another set of borders. So I forgot to add that in. So I went to put on my second set of borders and they were too short.
Darn.
So I had to piece them.
Okay.
And they were only like not very big.
Oh, geez.
And it was really annoying.
It was annoying. Okay.
So I learned to measure as I go.
Yes.
Because I did it the hard way.
Well, and there's a good case for that, right?
Yeah.
The other thing is people say, oh, well, I've got to cut so many of these and so many of those and so many of these. Well, then by the time you finish sewing, they don't fit.
I think you're poking buttons on the
Oh,
screen.
am I? I'm so sorry. My fingers are getting away on me and not my foot.
Good thing you didn't switch it to a zigzag.
Oh, that would have been dangerous because you know what would have happened? I would have broken the needle because I have a straight stitch everything on here with the single hole in our quilting, in our 1/4-inch piecing foot. Let me just get that border going the right way when I go over it.
You know,
Yep.
I've also done that.
I have had that problem, Chelsea.
And I have broken the needle. I have nicks in my little foot.
And everything. Oh my goodness, yes, I've done that before. Okay, there we go. Soupy off there. Let's just pick that up and trim that off so we can do the next one. This is looking really marvelous.
It's looking really good.
I think it's looking great. And I think everybody's got our idea of how to do this. Put on the borders and measure twice. Cut once. Great.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, that's always the saying, right? Measure twice, cut once. Because you can't glue it back on.
No. You certainly cannot.
All right. Well, this is a fun little wall hanging. I absolutely love little Snowbelle. She's adorable. Just want to make sure I'm going the right way on that seam. Okay, and then my little guy. There we go. All right.
Good double checking, Sandy.
Yes, just wanted to make sure people weren't zipping around there, and then we have a real twist in our Twisted Tuesday. All right, I think it's looking lovely. I'm just going to trim off our little leaders and enders that I have everywhere, and I'll pass this back to Chelsea, and she'll press. And then I think that's probably it for us today because we're running a little long. We'll finish off our borders and bring you back the completed piece tomorrow when we start our applique. I think that'll be so much fun.
I think it's going to turn out cute.
Looking good, Chelsea. Looking good. All right. I love it. It's so peaceful and quiet. I'm watching the snow outside on the trees and how pretty it looks.
Oh, they are beautiful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's looking beautiful too, Chelsea. You're doing a fabulous job.
You're doing a fabulous job. Look at the stitching.
Oh, yes. Look at the stitching. She's so cute.
It looks great.
All right. Well, I'm glad you like it, and I hope everybody likes it out there as well. And when we're going to turn our camera off, and then magically tomorrow we'll have this finished.
The magic of Chelsea and Sandy.
Yeah, that's right. We are magical some days.
Some days.
Yeah. Oh, and speaking of Frozen, I finally got to see part 2, Frozen 2.
Oh, really?
That was quite
As I
entertaining.
dropped the iron.
Careful, yes. That was quite entertaining. I hadn't watched Frozen 2 before, so that was fun. And this little snowman, it's going to... Okay, what's a female version of an Olaf? I don't know. You'll have to look it up.
I don't know. We'll have to look it up.
Yeah, well, but anyway, Snowbelle is good. Oh my gosh, that's looking beautiful. So this is going to be our portrait. And tomorrow we are going to put our picture in the middle.
And off camera, Sandy and I are going to add the top and bottom borders for this nice border 3.
3, yeah.
And then we will add border 4. And of course, remember, we're going to press the seam for border 3 towards the center. And when we attach border 4, we're going to press it outwards.
All right, that is marvelous. Super duper. Well, thanks everybody for watching Chelsea and I put on some borders. We'll finish that off, and tomorrow for Wacky Wednesday, we will start appliquing. Woohoo!
That's going to be fun.
That will be fun. So stick around for that.
I'm so excited. Sandy.
All right, sounds good. All right, everyone, have a wonderful day today, and we will see you back here tomorrow on Facebook and YouTube.
Bye.